Good morning. Let's go for a run.
So lately, I've been really focused on taking better care of myself. If you follow me on socials, you already know your girl has been putting in work, mind, body, and spirit. As I get closer to my 39th birthday, I wanted to challenge myself physically in a way that I never have before. So I started the Couch to 5K program, and now that I'm in my final week, I can honestly say I have surprised myself. This journey has been so much more than just running. It's been about consistency, discipline, and proving to myself that I can do hard things. So I've partnered with Walmart to share a few items that have been helping me along this journey, starting with Liquid IV. Y'all, my mornings start really early, like before the sun early, and hydration is the first thing on my list. So before I head out for my run, I mix up my Liquid IV from Walmart, and I love how it gives me that extra boost without the added sugar, and it helps me stay hydrated and energized throughout my workouts, even on the mornings when I would rather hit snooze. Next up are my Mary Ruth's Liquid Multivitamins, another Walmart wellness fave. They make it so easy to get in the nutrients I need to recover well, especially with the extra activity I've been getting in lately. Now, before I go out there, y'all, I have to stretch my body. These old bones and muscles, honey, they need a good stretch, and it helps to wake up my body, loosen my muscles, and mentally get me in the zone. Then I go ahead and put on my safety essentials, my reflective vest, my little pepper spray, honey, because again, it is dark outside in the morning, so I have to be safe. Now, something else I did pick up about a month ago from Walmart was a fitness watch to track my progress. When I first started running, I just used my phone, and it definitely suffices. You don't need a watch. However, I really love having a watch to track my progress because I'm going to be honest, when I'm running, I like to know how much time I have left in my program because yes, your girl be tired. And also I really like to use it to monitor my music and different things. It's so much easier to do it on a watch versus continuing to pull my phone out every single time, depending on what I'm wearing or where I have my phone. It's just so much easier to do it from my watch. And Walmart does carry a wide variety of options, so I would just say to choose which one fits you and your budget best. Now, after my run, I rehydrate with more of my Liquid IV. Even though I drink it before I head out, replenishing afterwards is just as important. Now, for those days when my muscles are feeling really tight, I love a good soak with the Dr. Teal's Epsom salt and bubble bath, both found at Walmart. Y'all, the Epsom salt helps to ease the soreness after my runs, and the bubble bath makes it feel even more luxurious, like a self-care moment, because, well, it is. It's my little reward after putting in the work. Time to relax, rest, and reflect. All right, so we are 15 minutes in. I'm tired, y'all, but I'm pushing through. I just keep telling myself that I can do hard things. And this running journey has really taught me that it's mind over matter. If I think I can do it, I can push myself. But if I think I can't, then I'm gonna stop. So I'm going very slow right now. I have bursts where I go a little faster, bursts where I slow down. I just tell myself not to stop and we all right. So halfway there, I'm proud of myself already. Whether I can do the whole 30 minutes or not, I committed to it for 8 weeks and I did it. So let's see if we can finish. Y'all, there is something so peaceful about running before the world wakes up. It's quiet, it's still, just me and my thoughts, and the sound of my feet hitting the pavement. When I first started running for even 60 seconds, y'all, felt like forever. Now I am finishing my full runs without stopping. Sometimes, not all the time. And that's a win within itself. Progress does not have to be perfect. It just has to be consistent. Every step counts. So no matter where you are in your wellness journey, whether you're running like me, walking, or just starting to prioritize yourself again, Walmart has everything you need to make wellness simple, affordable, and personal to you. So make sure you click the link here to check out the wellness items that Walmart has, along with some of my personal favorites that I've showed you guys today. So I just sat down to eat. It is about an hour and a half later. I had to take Jada to school, of course, let Diva out, all of the things, motherhood, okay? And so I'm finally sitting down to eat. And one of the things that I have learned in this journey, that fuel is important. Fuel is important. Fuel is important, okay? So, excuse me. I don't think I told you guys, if you saw my live, I did tell y'all that I had passed out. It's been about a month ago now. After running one day, I did not eat. I went for the 3-mile run. It was my first time ever doing just a 5K to see what I could do on my own, just like in my neighborhood or at a local park rather. And I came home, and it wasn't that I intentionally didn't eat. I had an event to get to. So I was like, okay, I'll just get some food on the way. So on the way, the spot that I wanted to eat didn't open until like an hour later. So I said, okay, I'll just go to the event. I'll get some food later. I went to the event, and I don't know if it was a combination of the heat and me not eating and whatever, y'all. I ended up passing out at the event. And before y'all give me medical advice, please don't. I really hate unsolicited medical advice, but I did go to the doctor. I had a full blood panel done. All is well. I just really think, and everyone was saying that it's because I hadn't eaten. So I make sure that I eat. All that being said, I told y'all we were going to debrief at home. So I was tempted to cry multiple times during my run today because I'm just so freaking proud of myself that I completed this 8-week journey. Now, I will do a separate video on just my whole experience. I did go ahead and sign up for the 5K, y'all. It is in 2 weeks. My birthday is in a week, but I have some more travel coming up. It's been a lot of travel in this season, but we'll talk about that later. I have another event that I'm traveling for coming up. So I booked it for, it's actually 2.5 weeks from now. So all of that being said, I did actually go ahead and sign up for the 5K. We're excited. So it is 7/14. It's 17 days away. So I'm going to find a different program that will actually get me to used to running the distance of a 5K, because the only con with the app is that it's pretty much timed, and at the end of it is getting you to be able to run or jog or whatever for 30 minutes. However, at my latest in 30 minutes, I did 1.96 miles, and 5K is 3.1 miles. So I'm still lacking, which is fine. Again, there's been so much progress. And again, I'll just talk about my overall experience of the Couch to 5K in another video. We can really dive deep into it. But I just really want to celebrate myself for completing this program. 8 weeks ago, y'all, I literally was struggling to jog 30 to 60 seconds. So to go from doing 60-second jogs to 90-second jogs to 3-minute jogs, 5 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and now to be able to do 30 minutes is insane. Now, don't get me wrong, I struggled, okay? Your girl was on the struggle bus. It's not easy. It is hard, but it has shown me that I can do hard things, and I really can do anything that I put my mind to, or at least I can try. I may not be the best at it or whatever, but I can try. And so I'm just so proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. I didn't have time to really think about it this morning because I had to get back to take Jay to school and stuff, but I'm just thinking back over my journey, and I'm just ridiculously proud. So to anyone out there who is considering doing the Couch to 5K, there's so many ways that you can start doing a 5K, 10K, half marathon, whatever you want to do. But for anyone who has thought about starting any kind of health and wellness journey, I pray that as you watch me do the hard things, watch me try all of the things. If you follow me on Instagram, I have a series called Being Seen Trying, where I have took you guys through the journey of me just trying. You've seen me do and enjoy Pilates. You've seen me do and enjoy tennis. You've seen me do and enjoy all kinds of different physical activities. And but running is something that always seemed very out of reach. I don't know. It never, not only was it something I never thought I could do, it's not honestly something I wanted to do. But the reason that I tried running was simply because I think I told you guys I wanted to do something physically challenging for my birthday, but also it was something that I could do on my own time. As you guys see, I typically go running early in the mornings before I get my baby up for school. It's still dark outside, unfortunately, but I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to worry about if the class is available. What time is the class? Can I make it over there in time? Just being a single mom and all of the things in life, I wanted something that I could work around my schedule, that wasn't dependent on someone else or a class or an instructor or the price or whatever. And so that's why I chose running, because I felt like it was a very low entry, and again, I could do it on my own time. So yeah, I'm so excited. So a few things that I've learned along this journey is, number one, like I said, fuel is important. Eating is important. I'm going to eat. I don't want to, matter of fact, let me take a bite. Hold on. Like I said, number one, I learned that fuel is important. You have to feed your body, okay? When you're working out, you got to eat, okay? Don't do like me and wait hours later to eat. because it's so easy for me to do that. I have to eat. Okay. Hydration. Um, Hydration is important. Like I said, I like using liquid IV to help boost the hydration. But whatever you use, liquid IV, plain water, girl, whatever, just make sure you're drinking your water. Make sure you're keeping your body hydrated. I don't know. I can feel in my body when I'm dehydrated when I run. So that's just something I've had to learn. And of course, I'm not a medical professional at all, honey. I'm just sharing what worked for me in case it may work for you, but do what's best for you, okay? But I've learned eating is important. I've learned hydration is important. I've learned stretching. Oh my gosh. So I talked about earlier that the Dr. Teal's has been amazing, but that in combination with stretching is the only way that I have made sure that my muscles haven't locked up. I'm not tense. Like my body is not really sore, especially now, 8 weeks later. It's not half as sore as before, but one thing that I was super intentional about, because I know how my body, my muscles can like lock up and tense up when I don't stretch, and this is with any workout, is that stretching is so important. So I make sure when I stretch before I run, but and if I'm honest, after my runs I don't really stretch, because typically I come back and I go straight into get my child ready for school, take the dog out, I go into my whole morning routine as a mom, right? So if I'm honest, I don't really stretch after, but that night I make sure I do a good deep 5 minute stretch. I'll get on YouTube and literally just type in 5 minute deep stretch or 5 minute stretch for runners or something. And I do a nice deep stretch. I found certain ones just after looking at all the videos that work for me, that feel great, and I just do that. And then I do my Epsom salt soaks. I do them every night when I run, y'all. I will make the time. When I tell you it has made a world of a difference, I can literally feel my body just like relaxing, and just especially like sometimes my back will hurt or my thighs, especially I think it's the hamstrings on the back of the thighs, between that and my calves. And then lately my shins have been hurting a little bit, which I did get new running shoes. We'll talk about that in a minute. But stretching, Epsom salt, recovery is important. Something else that has worked for me is that I like to make sure that I take a break in between my runs. Now, I will say, yesterday and today I ran back to back. Usually I try to give myself a day in between. It seems to work better when I have a day in between than when I go back to back. The next days I'm super tired, even with my pre-workout. I don't know what it is. So rest is important. So those days in between, moving forward, I will start incorporating strength training. But for this 8 weeks, I just wanted to just do running and just do that 3 days a week, which is what the program requires. It's 3 days a week for 8 weeks. And I've just been doing that consistently, and we freaking finished. So that I've learned stretching, recovery, Epsom salt soaks, that Dr. Teal's is good. What else have I learned, or what else has helped me to make it? Honestly, just determination. I wasn't really sure if I was going to share this journey on the internet, because I didn't want any opinions or views or anything. It's just something that I decided to do for me. It wasn't necessarily something I did for content. However, I do realize that one of the things that I enjoy and want to do on my platform is to empower women and encourage women in the health and wellness space too. And a big part of my Being Seen Trying series, like I said, although it's more so on short form, Instagram and TikTok, y'all, if you hear Diva running around going crazy, or if you hear little nails, it's Diva. She's really having the time of her life, honey. Okay, you want to say hi?
You want to say hi? Yeah, I want to say hi. I want to say hi. Say hi, Diva Weaver. Say hi, Diva Weaver. Say hi. Say hello, you.
No, ma'am. All right, go ahead. What was I saying? She made me lose my train of thought. You made me lose my train of thought, Dees. She is having the time of her life. She has so much energy. Gosh, what was I saying? Okay. So a large part of my Being Seen Trying series was just for people to see what it looks like to really try. And it's expanded past health and wellness, but initially I wanted people to see what it looks like realistically to try to get your health and wellness together. It's not a linear it's setbacks, it's figuring out. Like when it comes to nutrition, I'm having to figure out what works. When it came to workouts, I had to figure out what I like, what I can keep up with, what does my body enjoy, what do I enjoy. Like even with all of the workouts that I tried, I wanted to find something that I really like, because this is a lifestyle change. It's not something I'm doing to get to a particular goal. Even once I get to that goal, I still have to keep up with what I'm doing. And so I wanted to make sure that I try as many times as I need to figure out what works for me, what works for my lifestyle, what works for my body. And again, in that space, I was hesitant about sharing because I don't need anybody's perception or opinions of my journey. I don't care. I don't want it. However, unfortunately, it comes with the territory, but I felt like the good would outweigh the bad. And the response that I've received about so many of you guys trying, whether it's running, whether it's Pilates, whether it's tennis, whether it's whatever, girl, has been worth me being open and sharing this part of my journey. So all of that being said, I'm proud of myself for completing the Couch to 5K program. Like I said, I am running my first 5K in 17 days. So it'll be a week past my birthday, but that's fine. Like I said, I'm traveling around my birthday, so I just couldn't figure it out that weekend like I wanted to, but it is what it is. So yeah, I'm super excited. I'm so proud of me. I'm so proud of me. I'm so proud of me. And I think it's just proof that we really can do anything we put our minds to. So that's it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. Of course, I'm going to keep you guys updated on the journey. And probably the next video, we will be running our first 5K. That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, also, again, thank you so much to Walmart for sponsoring this video. I will leave the QR code here again. If you are interested in any of the wellness products, get your wellness together, honey. And like I said, Walmart makes it easy to do that because it's affordable, it's easy, and you know they'll deliver it to your door. Okay. All right. I'll talk to y'all in the next video. Bye.